Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Magic Through Wrestling. I will be your moderator, Bill.
Wait, I got a great idea.
What the hell is this?
Bill, it's my wife, Crystal.
I know it's Crystal.
She does like our social media and stuff.
I know who she is.
Oh, well, she's
But what?
she's here tonight.
Where's Jimmy?
He's out.
He went missing again.
He did another magic trick and he can't find his way
Jimmy's
back.
out, Crystal's in, and I still can't get the interview. You know James Lipton passed away this week.
You kind of sounded like him a little bit.
James, right? That's why I
Yeah.
do it after actors. You know the actors.
Yeah.
Thing.
I loved it this week. I'm sorry you got cut off by my
But
amazing wife, Crystal.
It was like almost. I don't even know if I'm mad. It was kind of nice. Like, yeah, I got an idea. But then, what was the idea?
You know, I don't even remember. I just wanted to interrupt you.
Which is weird because you're sitting right next to me.
I know.
I didn't realize you were going to be talking. I thought you were just holding it until Jimmy came in, the headset there, but I guess
Now she's in.
now she's in.
Yeah.
Lock the door.
Jimmy, I think he did a magic trick to disappear, and I think he ended up in like Antarctica.
I told you. Here it is. Listen, what episode is this?
Word 18, I think.
4 squared or
18 or
whatever
19,
it is?
yeah.
It's a big head.
Ooh, 18, we're legal.
Big head. That's it.
Or-
Jimmy Big Head.
That's right.
Jimmy, I got a podcast, Big Head. I show up twice a month now.
It's alright, I had a chat with Jimmy today, and
Uh-oh.
we have some things we're going to talk about.
Oh, wait a minute. You're another one.
Uh-huh. Conversations
Everybody
that you
can.
involved.
How am I on 4 different conversations and none of them work until Bill Wednesday? That's what I get.
That's right. I'm not privy to any of this stuff either. Today I found
You
out.
answer all of them.
No, it wasn't in
I know,
their
Jimmy and I had a
conversation.
full-on side
Oh,
chat.
for the love of
Whenever
God.
he subbed her in. You know that trick, that magic trick where you go in the door and then you're in a box and then you open up the door and it's somebody else?
Yeah.
That's what they did together. And we were the idiots in the audience watching and seeing who was coming
We're the
out.
2 blondes spinning the box.
Exactly.
on the side. We're Wilma and Betty.
So the reality was, he was contacting me, the boss, about why he wouldn't be here this evening, and knew if he put it in the group chat, it would confuse Maury.
Wow. Wow. What about confusing the group? Can't we settle on that?
Well, in order to confuse the group, you have to include the whole group.
That's
I'm
true.
not including on one. Okay, Jimmy's out. The boss is in. Again, another entrance ruin. I'm gonna get a different entrance.
Do you think one of these days you'll get through a full one without getting interrupted? Even by me?
I do it every day.
You
Yeah, in
practice.
the shower, no one interrupts me.
And then tonight was your big night because
And then
Jimmy
I go-
wasn't
And
here.
then I go, okay, here it is. I got the voices right. I got the voice down right, and then I got an idea. What do you got? I got nothing.
Do you sing in the shower, Bill?
Huh?
Do you sing in the shower?
I don't sing in the shower. I tend to try to remember what I was doing during the day. And at the end of the shower comes the song,
Okay.
which is, it's backwards a little bit.
Yeah, that is back. Usually it's the song you
Because
relax
it's
and
like
then...
when I'm working and I stop and I go, then the song's in my head. I go, where'd that song come from? Like in church, it's Disney. So they play that, and the kids, they play Yankee Doodle.
Oh.
So this Sunday was Yankee Doodle.
Yeah, 'cause you were security for the
So
kids
I
area.
was working the kids area this weekend, and I sit there, and when there's nothing, and you're just watching, and everybody's happy and doing thing, and it's Yankee Doodle. So then, today's Wednesday.
You still,
Freaking Yankee Doodle.
you still got the Yankee Doodle?
I'm emailing back and forth
Or are you just humming the melody?
because they're not singing. It's just
I mean, Yankee Doodle does have lyrics,
yeah,
but those aren't what's stuff.
no, it's the
The melody or whatever?
constant flute.
It's all the kids yelling is the song. It's like trauma.
Oh, I have a fun story if we can talk about C3 kids.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, you might
I
be
gotta
going
jump
down
for
a
this
dark
one.
area, but okay.
This is probably more funny on my end, but we're going to share it anyways. So, first week teaching, lessons all about forgiveness, and at the end we're going around talking about when we're having a hard time forgiving, what are some tools that we have to use.
I don't forgive Jimmy, but that's
the
a
kids
difference.
are going around there saying great things, awesome, but none of them are tying back into prayer, which being Sunday school, trying to loop that back in, trying to be cool and hip with the kids. I say, well, what about praying? Remember, Jesus is in our squad. So I had one girl jump up, so excited. What? He's in my squad? That's so cool. And then I had another dude. He goes, I can't believe you just said squad. And I was like, all right, I'm now welcome.
Jesus is in your squad.
You know.
Is that like in your faction? Was he like in the Filthy Animals or?
Jesus?
Well, he was with Shawn Michaels and DX.
I know a lot of guys in factions have seen God on occasion.
I'm just used to the college age kids, and so it's your squad. That's your people that.
I've never used that word.
They stand behind you.
Maybe that's a shirt, the God Squad.
Yeah.
I think it's cool, but I had 50-50 reviews from the kids.
Well, I go under the guise of if I don't talk to anyone, no one can answer me.
Not exactly an option I'm expected to.
Not when you're That's what I don't teach.
You just hum Yankee Doodle by yourself in a hallway.
Yeah, it's forever in my head. And there's a. I think I'm being recorded because on campus there's a snack machine, and I noticed it was full. But I thought it was one of those candid camera things.
Oh.
Let's see if we can get Chubby over here to get a bag of chips.
They were luring you.
And I was sitting there looking at it and go, I don't need chips, but it's just the point of they're there. Do I Seinfeld to shake the machine?
Yeah.
Come out.
The Twix jump.
Is this the bad thing? So that's how I pass my time a lot. Just trying to figure out what do I do with the chips. So I figure I'm gonna get one of these kids who thinks, Coach Bill's pretty cool and gonna put his little hand up there and grab their bag of chips.
I like it. And what you could do is
Are
threaten
you
them
really
with
having
running.
this conversation with me? Because I'm totally kidding, and you're plotting the whole thing. This is like an episode of Hogan's Heroes.
I was thinking you could have them run laps if they don't get you and stuff, but
I'm talking about church right now.
my brain went to a dark area. I'm sorry.
Jeez, Lou.
Don't we all have that one friend when we're making a joke and then they just take it too far.
Yeah, but do you realize we all have the one friend that's all him?
And I married it.
I'm the one friend. I never wanted to be the one
Well, at
friend.
least that means we're good.
I want to be your number one friend. You are.
You got it.
You're number one.
That means the world to me, Bill.
Jesus Christmas.
Speaking of number one friend, let me go ahead and bring up something. So I've gotten some heat on social media, mainly Twitter, actually only on Twitter, from some fans of the show who've called me out because they said I come off as very unappreciative to you, that I'm
the boss.
To you, Bill, that Jimmy and I collectively talk down to you at times.
You can't even get him his water.
I agree. I agree with all that. I agree that
So I'm going to put this out there. Bill is like family. He comes to my mansion once a week. I love him. We go to church together.
There's no putting down whatsoever.
And honestly,
that's people, you know what I mean? That's when you're starting to succeed, and I think it's cool. People are listening to what we do.
Yeah.
And it gives them something to hold on to, and if that's their thing, let them hold on. We'll give them more reasons, and we're like like a new age Monty Python.
We really
talk
are.
About everything and make noises and do stupid stuff, but yeah, if it makes them feel. Do you have their names? Do you remember who did it?
I don't. They were like troll accounts, but
well,
the one wasn't a troll. The one wasn't a troll account. The one had like.
I appreciate them thinking that way. Yeah. They might be the only humans in the world worried about Bill DeMott's feelings.
Well, I think it was last week. Me and yeah, our cats are literally fighting in the
big fat one. Like
it's ridiculous.
She said Dealey.
But last week we were kind of marking out over the Zack Ryder match and Hulk Hogan, but we were marking out over you and Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
so
I mean, it's
somebody's like, you should be happy that you get to do some. I'm
they don't
blessed
know the
and
story
happy.
that we argue for 40 minutes before a show saying, "Do not put my stuff on TV."
Yeah, and then Jimmy does it anyway.
I hate to watch. Like I'm not a fan. Hey, listen, everybody, I'm not a fan of me either, so you can't get hot at Maury.
I mean, hey, this leads by example.
Yeah, I mean, he just follows suit. Did I tell you they talked to Lash LaRue?
No.
Was that last week or this week?
You didn't tell me you talked to
You
him.
said back, so I got a message.
I loved him.
Hey, Big Daddy, it's me, in that Cajun voice.
Corporal Cajun.
I said, this is ridiculous. So I sat down. I was doing getting a presentation ready for next week, and I stopped and I said, let me call him. And it was so funny to talk to him. Reminded me, he goes, when I was 40, I decided to change my. I'm like, you what? When I turned 40, I'm like, you what? Forgetting that when I met him, he was every bit of 18.
Wow.
And we started laughing. I'm like, the fact you're saying you're 40, and I think he's 42 now, 43, that I still got him by 12 years. And, and we sat there laughing, and we forgot he was a baby when he got signed. So I was reminded of his first day when he got signed and how we took him out, and this is what you got to do. And I had to carry him up to his room and make sure he got to his actual first day of actual work at the time.
Wow.
But it's good to catch up with those guys, and it made me laugh because we talk about it here.
Yeah.
Have you ever talk to the guys or something? All of a sudden, here comes
That's awesome.
He's a youth pastor.
That's cool.
He still does his art everywhere around the world. He has a bunch of different companies he works for, and he's a youth pastor and a thing. It's just so funny to listen to that. And it's been a little bit since we talked, but it was like yesterday.
Wow.
So it's so funny to do, funny to do that. And you go, I got fun. And when everybody came home, I'm like, you never guess I talked to They're like, oh, God. I said, I talked to Lash. And everyone's like, really? And everybody pepped up because Lash is like one of those guys that you go, okay, cool. Anyway, that's wrestling this week. No wrestling.
Oh no, there's more.
Oh crap!
But that is awesome. Does he still have the big red hair?
I don't know. He sent me a picture because he's ripped to shreds.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for him.
He's
That's
ripped to
awesome.
shreds. He's found his lane. He's living well. Everything is good, and he says every time I do something hits me, I gotta call you.
That's awesome.
So we just.
Did you pick him for Filthy Animals?
No, the Misfits.
Misfit. Why did I say Filthy Animals?
Because you were talking about God before.
Oh yeah.
Which you better watch out later.
Yeah.
Don't walk out of the house tonight.
Misfits in action. Wow, it's been a crazy day.
We had the group just came because they literally called us a bunch of misfits. We don't know, you're a bunch of misfits. We got nothing for
Were
you.
we all hanging out together and then?
No, we're in catering. We got nothing for you.
Wow.
You're a bunch of misfits, and there it is. So instant creative. So what would you do? And then GI Bro was, but they were trying to figure out the names of how do you figure out the names of these guys? I think we talked about it.
Yeah, we went into a little bit. There is one episode down the road. I do want to go heavier into that because
so
I think it'd
it
be
was
fun.
funny how we got the names, and they said, "Okay, what do you guys want to do?" And gave me a little freedom to quote Full Metal Jacket and all these other things, and I didn't think they could pile crap that high and all this. I did those instead of jelly donut. Were you in catering? That kind of.
That's awesome.
So it was just, and all of a sudden, they're like, this is funny stuff. They're like, what do you want? I'm like, hey, any chance we get super soakers? Well, what would you do to them? So we come out and squirt the people. No, you would not. I said, I need 3 of the biggest super soakers you got.
Wow.
And he gave it to Chavo and he gave it to Lash. And we came out and the crowd went crazy. I want super soakers. That's our deal.
That's awesome.
So yeah, but talk to Lash was good. I always get a kick out of that kind of stuff. Talk to some of the guys, and whether it's a text message or sometimes it's just a stupid picture. Norman Smiley's notorious for just sending me a pow. Just text pow.
Just the word pow.
That's amazing.
And it makes my day, and my answer back is pow.
All right.
Who needs real words?
Wrestling. That's it.
So more about wrestling.
Oh God! How did you get?
I don't know how she got roped into
But
this.
she was the normal. When you're the
Remember,
boss.
this is a conversation with Jimmy, and it's relevant. And as the resident coronavirus expert, it's a relevant topic.
Okay.
So the question was, kind of stepping back to when did current events affect a planned or ticketed wrestling event? the example given is, Wrestlemania is coming up in
Yeah.
Tampa, where we just had 2 cases, so things could change. Just kind of like how did that from the
It better not. I got tickets.
I think they're on top of. I think a lot of people are on top of it. My thing is, you listen to the Olympics getting called.
Mm-hmm.
One of the arenas, their soccer.
Oh yeah.
They're asking them to. They're asking them to compete in empty soccer arenas, have the games, but they're just not going to have attendance. Now I heard that March Madness, there's a conversation of asking them to play the games with no attendance. And you know when it's not going to happen? There's too much money involved.
Ticket
I mean, it's
sales.
true, but
It draws wherever that March Madness is. It
if
draws.
it comes to a public safety, I mean, it's not even virus related. But what about things when there's a political event or a natural disaster or something?
Natural disaster. So here's my answer.
Uh-huh.
The biggest natural disaster in the history of this world was 9/11.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And we stayed in Texas. And the day after 9/11, we put on a show.
Okay.
SmackDown.
Now, did you change anything in the matches?
The matches, we were there, and it was all up to everyone,
Mm-hmm.
but it was the people who wanted to take part, who weren't initially booked. A lot of it was, speaking, interviewing, but we went on because, and Vince said it, like, our job is to put smiles on people's faces and make them forget about, like, wrestling's not real,
Right.
And so that was the thing that we did. And we did it proudly. And you went there and you wore that badge, proudly. At the same time, you're scared shitless because your family is across the country and
Mm-hmm.
by themselves and you're not sure what's really going on, but you're with your family at the same time. So I think as it goes to Wrestlemania and stuff, it would really have to be something fierce for them to shut that down. Now, it may be the flying over and stuff. People may not be coming from, because don't forget, Mania is a big international deal. And I'm sure there's going to be people.
Well, depending on the level of outbreak,
sure.
the CDC might recommend that public events
Sure.
and large crowds of
It could happen.
That's never happened during your career.
I think it's
You did have one issue.
I think it's going to disappear before then anyway.
Ooh,
I'm hoping.
I mean,
I think it's, and by disappear, I don't mean it lightly, like it's just a cough. I think the
media scrum of it.
Well, that, and hopefully, I think it's under. I don't know if under control is the right word, or
right. Well,
there's going to be less cases, and
current CDC predictions are that it's going to get worse before better. And keep in
Right.
mind, worse is just the flu.
right.
So it's not like worse as in
So,
more
yeah.
people are going to die.
I don't. Yeah.
There's going to
So
be more people are going to be diagnosed.
I think you'll see a lot of masks. I see
So
because
WrestleMania is only a month away.
international is that way anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, like you wouldn't, but for me, you wouldn't catch me getting out of the thing right now. In the country.
Did you know that there's a shortage of masks and hand sanitizer?
Yeah, I see that every day in the news. It's crazy
Crazy.
because people freak out.
But yet I can't get these college kids who are probably going to die from chlamydia before coronavirus
Yeah.
to wear a condom.
That is such the best segue ever.
Isn't that great?
I can't control a cough, but this kid's walking around with a crowd.
So then the jokes some of us made were, I hope that she coughs on his unprotected willy. And see what
That's
happens.
mean. This is a PG show, woman.
And it's not PG, and I didn't say that word. When you work in public health, there are some interesting conversations.
There's not the fact you said Willie. My name is Bill.
I'm sorry.
I'm coughing on Willie.
Are you trying to get him sick?
It doesn't take a lot to. I feel calamitous right now.
So, anyways.
Well,
Was that the question? Yeah, I don't think.
And like he was saying.
I think it'd have to take a bigger outbreak than what it is now. And I know for a fact that every sports thing is doing it, and like you see people, they're literally talking about even sportsmanship and shaking hands and all that stuff. We don't need the fist bump or anything. We're cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like great game, all that kind of stuff. I think a lot of people would take a lot of precautions.
Should be interesting what they do with access.
But there's I'm a firm believer when there's too much money involved, it's going to take a lot When I heard they were talking about actually having conversations about March Madness, never gonna happen.
No,
It's true.
that's just to
Never
make
gonna
people feel better or something.
Well,
But
that is just the size of the train stopping that motion. I mean, like you said, WrestleMania is huge.
could you imagine like
Cancel
it
or
getting
stop
canceled or
every
not
year?
happening? I couldn't see it. I think
The
people
upside
would be
to-
there with
The
coronavirus.
upside to wrestling and the Olympics, you can't turn around now and make another city ready for the Olympics.
That's true.
This has been 4 years in the making.
Mm-hmm.
Vinnie Mac turns them trucks and that set around, and they're in Colorado the next day holding WrestleMania.
Very true.
There's nothing stops wrestling.
No.
Not people, not
Cuernavaca.
the Cuernavaca. Not
Although
the,
they're
not
almost,
the
it almost
nothing.
got stopped once, and I think you were there. I know you were there for that. Remember whenever the Denver Nuggets made it to the playoffs, and they didn't think they were going to, so they booked wrestling,
Yeah.
and you guys had to go to LA.
Yeah.
Like, and they gave it to you for, I think they said like, come here for free or something for the show.
Yeah.
And it was like last second, and the Denver Nuggets response was, we didn't think we were going to go to the playoffs.
Yeah, that's happened a couple times where they already started booking it out and everything. Son of a bitch, we made it.
And now they need the venue.
Yeah. Well, it's a home game, guys.
Well,
Were you there for that one?
I've been there for a few. I don't recall that.
Was that
specific
frustrating because you have your travel and everything, and they're
one. Well,
flipping you?
because you're there and you've traveled to that spot, and to us everything's like a big, really. But inside, at the end of the day, it's like I tell the 10-year-old, the 11-year-old boys, every day you get to play baseball. What are you complaining about?
true story.
So a bunch of grown men, and you hear the men afterwards, and the girls afterwards. When all the smoke clears, I get to do this. This is great. But
And the dream.
it's like it's human nature. People have to bitch about something.
Yeah,
Otherwise, they're not truly happy.
right. It's true.
Which, I don't like to. I'd like to think I don't bitch about things. Sometimes I'm
Have you heard how you talk to Maury?
like Lacey calls me a pessimist, and I say I'm not a pessimist. In my family, I'm the realist.
Yeah.
I tell you exactly what it is. I don't go,
That's
oh,
my
it
wife.
could be this. I tell you.
I
It's
get blamed for being called the
So-
dream killer.
So I'm not a pessimist. I'm a realist.
Yeah.
And well, why can't you just think? Because
Why waste time
One-
talking about stuff that's never gonna be
been there,
real?
done that. 2, a little bit of life experience. 3, kind of see things for what they are.
Yeah.
While I like to hope and dream, certain things.
Well, every family I think needs one. I'm like the mega dreamer in our family, and then Crystal's the realist here. So you got to have the balance.
But I think you can be pessimistic. I just do my best trying not to be pessimistic.
I don't think you are. I think you're
And this
good on
Well,
that.
let me
this
know.
year
I'm
I've
sure
tried
Lacey
to
has
be.
a different idea.
Well, I try to be very quiet about it until I just get
Mhm.
Till
until
boil.
someone goes, well, wait, okay, listen. And then I can't hold it. Like I do my best. Let me say it, and then they go, okay, and I go, okay, listen.
Kind of like how we had today. I was telling you this off the air because I was prepping you for whenever Crystal saw our air fryer box opened. For our wedding we got an air fryer, we got an
The
Instant
wedding
Pot.
was basically a year ago.
Next in a week next
And
week
actually,
it'll be
this is
here.
one of the gifts that we got early. So we have had this a full year,
But I thought it was the Instant Pot, and I always wanted an air
which we
fryer.
also got.
Basically, by always wanted, I mean I wanted it since like a couple months ago, because everybody's going on about it.
I got the Instant Pot
Yeah, we have one too.
Do you have an air fryer?
and the Instant Pot.
So
See,
we
this
got
is where I made the
one.
mistake.
No.
My
We
fryer,
have-
does
I've
the
talked to
fryer.
Lacey
Yeah.
about this. She has the
I
fancy
just made
newer one.
the greatest roast, by the way.
Oh,
They have the fancy new ones that's a 2-in-1.
oh, that'd be nice. Now we
It's
have
a-
two.
Fryer, it's a
It's an air fryer.
pressure cooker, it's a
hot
Cremator.
pot,
Crock
I'm just
pot.
kidding.
and you can use it. I mean, you can boil eggs in it.
it's so great.
Well,
Wow.
we've had it in the box,
And so for a year.
sitting literally right there.
And I always tell her I want one, and she goes, "We have one." I'm like, "Oh no, it's the Instant Pot. You know what
So
you're
what
talking
did
about."
you want it for?
That's the question
Wings.
I've never had answered.
Wings. So when you want it for the wings,
This
I
is
don't
all
s-
about freaking wings.
I don't see any wings.
What's
There-
all this about cooking frozen
Well, I
food
don't-
and
but I don't-
it's done in 5 minutes?
but where's
and
the wings?
I don't know. I didn't get them yet. I just found out we had the machine
Why did
today.
you wanted wings, so you want a fryer? But you didn't have the wings.
We got. We might have the wings. I didn't think we had the fryer to put the wings in. So the
No,
wings
he
have been
doesn't
sitting
have
there for a
theirs
while.
ready.
So
See,
when did
that's
you
why
have the?
we
When
weren't
did you find the
making
fryer?
this.
Today?
This morning.
While we were getting ready for work, he was, I
Well, that's
really
not too
wanted
bad. I
that
really,
fryer.
I can't find things as well. I think it's a guy
Yeah.
Literally right there.
It wasn't
Hey.
completely out in the open though.
Yeah.
There was like
thing.
an
One more
envelope
week,
on
I'm
it.
gonna ask you where the belt is.
Oh
Just
no,
'cause it's in
that
front of me doesn't mean I know where it is.
I'm in love with that
Yeah,
NXT
he
belt.
says goodnight to it. It's weird.
Oh, I said belt. Is that okay?
What do I care? Title, belt, whatever, buckle. I don't know.
Waist holder.
My friend Cat. So, okay, so that's Jimmy's only wrestling question.
Yes.
Moving on.
I know.
Cool,
You
so
know.
I have something wrestling.
Jimmy, yes,
The social media person
yeah.
is going to add a little new segment thing. Are you ready for this? We have to use technology.
Bill's
Okay.
excitement instantly dropped on that. I don't even know what's going on.
So I sent you a text. It's a link, and we're gonna do a quiz together. That is,
Now?
yeah.
You two do the quiz. I'll buffer.
Which 80s wrestler are you? No, I'm gonna read the different solutions. You guys pick what you are,
Oh,
Okay.
okay. All
and then
right.
at the end you'll tell the
Okay.
result. So yeah, we're gonna figure out which 80s wrestler are you.
Okay.
So
Can I read the questions aloud?
if you would like to read them instead of me,
Well,
then
she
I
was
guess
gonna
so.
read them.
Oh, are you?
You're gonna answer.
Oh, I didn't know if they were all the same questions.
I'm
I thought it was-
begging you one time to listen to what your wife says.
One time.
Even I understood that.
But then, I mean, talk about which one you're selecting.
Sure,
Okay,
okay.
all right, yeah, okay.
Okay, question one.
Who is your favorite 80s tag team duo? Killer Bees, Iron Sheik, and Nikolai Volkov. I'm bad with names, y'all.
I
The
love
Dream
that.
Team or Demolition?
To me, it's probably going to be Demolition. They
I
always
say
say,
Demolition because I don't know who the Dream Team is.
yeah, I don't know who.
I'm ashamed of
I
myself
vaguely
right now.
Maybe you dreamed about it.
So do I hit Demolition?
Mm-hmm.
That's who I hit too.
Okay, Demolition.
And it should take us to the next question.
Wait a minute. Demolition.
I had to hit it twice.
Okay.
Alright, so then you scroll to the next
Oh,
question.
there's the blue thing that says scroll to the next
Yep.
question.
So, which is the greatest 80s wrestling rivalry? Hillbilly Jim and Tito Santana?
No.
Andre
No.
the Giant and Jake the Snake?
No.
Iron Sheik and Sergeant Slaughter?
Ooh.
Hogan and Macho Man?
I gotta go with the Sheik and Sergeant Slaughter. That was so epic.
I'm gonna go Sheik and Slaughter too.
People were rioting over
Because that was
real.
and Savage, and that was when they were making the thing with Elizabeth real, and they were bringing a little personal stuff into it, right? When she was their manager, both of them, right? They were the superpowers and all these things. And while that was kind of cool, you're talking about America
Yeah,
and GI Joe and
in Iran versus
Hot
America.
and all that stuff, and that's
I will humble you.
that's what men wanted, like the boys and even the guys, future wrestlers. Hogan, Savage, that was pretty cool. They're fighting over Elizabeth, who was the hottest thing in wrestling at the time, and the
Yeah.
two biggest names at the time. Dude, Sheik was doing all this stuff and Slaughter. That was it.
Until we joined him.
Lock it in.
Yeah, I'm in on that
Then.
one.
Lock it in
Yeah.
and scroll to the next.
Wait a minute. It said on my thing only 7% of the people thought that.
Well,
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
stupid.
Oh, hey, tell people at home if they want to
I
take
see
this.
the top response was Hogan and Macho Man.
Boo.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Yeah,
What is the website for this if somebody wanted to take us at home?
I will put the link in our episode description.
Okay, cool.
So the next question, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Which type of bout would you love to wrestle? Cage match, tag team match, battle royale, or basic match?
I will tell you, for me, it's no question. The cage match is by far my favorite match of all time.
Tag team match.
Tag team, okay. Why?
Battle royals are.
Boring. I mean,
Well,
I
you
didn't say
can't.
that.
Well, back in the day, you couldn't do anything because there's so many guys. Now they take bumps ridiculously, and somebody's gonna get hurt. But back then, it was always a thumb up your butt or something. The old timers would always get the young guys and get in the corner and try to throw them over the top with the thumb up the butt. And
That's great.
so I'm going tag team match because it gave you a breather, and you could,
True.
you could work off the crowd and work off the other guys. So that was my favorite.
How do you feel about the cage match?
I think the cage match is okay. I think it's overdone now, so I think it's just another match.
Apparently, cage match is the top response.
It's my favorite gimmick match of all time. I will
She
stop.
didn't say gimmick match. She said favorite type of match.
That's right, because basic match is one of the. But I mean, I'm just saying in general. Like
Yeah.
you could give me the Chamber, Inferno. I'm taking a cage match
Yeah,
over
yeah.
anything that you could throw out there.
I like the cage. I think it's cool.
All right, locking in. Next question. What is your favorite move? Body slam, clothesline, submission hold, or backhand chop?
Of these four, clothesline.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with submission on this one, just because I like seeing somebody tap out of their own volition.
Okay. But what is your favorite move? Submission hold. Which one?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
The Indian Deathlock? The thumb breaker?
the four-leaf clover
Right.
actually.
I mean, what is it?
Well, the sharpshooter I like, but the four-leaf clover I like
Clothesline.
a lot. Clothesline's the best of the
Alright.
options.
Body slam, top response there.
Meh.
Next question. What is your finishing move? Bear hug, sit down splash, camel clutch, leg drop.
And let's not forget, because I just forgot by the options, this is an 80s
Right.
wrestling. So, because I'm like, wait, well, these are.
Well, that's what I was saying. Read the question.
Yeah. What are you going to go with?
It's not
Finishing
an
move?
internet quiz, so let's not take
Sit down
like-
splash. Now, is this like a Yokozuna? Is this like a Rikishi?
I'm going to go with the camel clutch because it stays with my Iron Sheik motif.
I'm going to go with leg drop. I love the leg drop.
Okay.
I mean, Hulk Hogan, baby.
All right. So, what is your favorite part of the ring? The ropes, outside the ring where I throw my opponent, the center of it where I can show off, or the top rope?
Bill, I know what yours is.
Yeah, mine's the center.
Really? Is that what you picked it?
It's the softest spot.
That's true. I thought you were going to say the top where you could do the no laughing
man,
matter.
that's work.
I'm going to go with the top rope. You could do a lot of cool stuff off there, but you're right. The center is the...
Top rope looks like top response. Okay. Who would be your wrestling manager? Bobby the Brain?
Bill doesn't even need to...
My manager's on there.
That's true.
Freddie Blassie,
Jimmy Hart.
Blassie.
and Captain Lou Albano.
Yep, Jimmy Hart. I got to meet and talk to and work with all four of those guys,
Yeah.
That's...
which is unheard of.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I met Freddie Blassie and Captain Lou in a bike shop in New Jersey, picking up one of the guys, and they were playing cards in the back of this guy's bike shop. Out of nowhere.
Wow.
And we were going to a wrestling show, but there's two wrestling legends. And like, come on, go. Freddie Blassie. So I sat down while they're playing cards.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So which one would you pick, Maury?
I'm gonna go Bobby the Brain. I mean, that guy was just
Great, yeah.
such a genius.
I mean-
but Jimmy Hart, you can't go wrong with any of them, really.
Yeah.
Top response, Jimmy Hart.
Boom.
That's because he managed the great Bill DeMott.
Not in the 80s.
Yeah, not in the 80s, but
I had to come and resurrect his career after all those other guys. Wore him out.
So who is your favorite 80s wrestler? Hillbilly Jim, Andre the Giant, Iron Sheik, Hulk Hogan.
I'm going to go with my Sheik motif and just keep it simple.
keep it simple. I'm gonna go with Andre just because he was such a spectacle,
Yeah.
such a one of a kind. I'll go with him.
I'll chime in on this one. Hulk Hogan. I was
He owned the 80s.
I was a late 80s baby, but when we did wrestling, it was more in the 90s that I watched it with my family. But he was the one I always loved. And I love the show Thunder in Paradise. Man, I love that show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yep. We just took it there. Okay, so which 80s race wrestler did you hate? Roddy Piper, $1 Million Man, Hulk Hogan, or Rick Rude?
Roddy Piper, I've
Yep.
never been a fan.
Yep.
I even had a personal story with him, but that's for a
Oh,
different
no, I
time.
hate him because it was he made me hate him.
He did such a, like in
Yeah.
WCW, because I'm a WCW guy.
Yeah.
And whenever he came back and wanted to fight Hulk and stuff, I don't know, even though he was face for a little bit, he had such a heel mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we agreed on that one.
Okay, which 80s wrestler had the best gimmick? Hillbilly Jim, Jake the Snake Roberts, Iron Sheik, Roddy Piper.
Wow. I'm going to go with, oh man, this is tough. I was going to go with, well, I'll go with Jake because he had the snake.
His name is literally Jake the Snake, and you just said Jake because he had a snake.
He had Damien. I mean, come on.
It's just Captain Obvious.
I know. I'm thinking I wasn't the biggest fan of the other three, but I always
You know
loved
you're
Jake
not
the
supposed
Snake.
to break these questions down. You're supposed to just answer.
Until I get made fun of, and then I gotta
It's
back
like
up my
the
answer.
psychological test. What does this look like? You don't look at it and go, well, it could be a ship or it could be
You
two
got made
dogs.
fun of. Jake's cool because the snake.
Jake the
That's
Snake.
literally his name.
If you would have said Jake's cool because he had goldfish, then we would have talked.
Then we'd have more listeners.
Yeah.
So is Jake the Snake who you're going with?
Yeah, so I'm going with, yep.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Final answer.
Did I win a
Which one did
million?
you pick?
What was the question?
Had the best gimmick.
Oh, I took Roddy Piper.
Okay. Alright, next question. What was the best moment in 80s wrestling? Hart Foundation versus British Bulldogs in
Savage Steamboat.
87. Randy Savage versus Rick Steamboat in WrestleMania 3. Hogan versus Andre the Giant in WrestleMania 3.
So tough.
Or
I know.
Hogan versus Paul Orndorff in 1987.
Orndorff.
Tough.
So here's the thing. The best moment is Savage and Steamboat. The biggest moment was Hogan and Andre.
The best match
Yeah.
was Savage Steamboat.
Oh, still holds up as one of the greatest of all time.
Biggest moment is
I got to go with Hogan and
Hogan
Andre.
Giant.
But man, that was tough to go against that.
Hogan Giant, for sure.
Okay, which body part do you injure the most?
It's all over.
Back, knees, ankle, it's all over.
It's all over.
I'm going to go with the back, even though you want to hear something funny? This is why I never made it as a wrestler. I went up on the second rope, and I was going to do a move. I was going to go up to the third, but I went up to the second. I turned around because the guy got up. As soon as I jumped down, I break my foot from the second rope
Wow.
in a match with about 10 people watching.
Wow.
Bill's just looking in complete disgust and
You do it
dismay.
again.
I'm going with the back, though, because I had back surgery.
Okay, that makes sense. On my knees.
All
my
over.
Knees. I may have lost my spot.
Yeah, Bill, after your career,
How do you
all
feel?
over is...
All over.
Okay, so how do you feel about pain? Pain is debilitating. Pain is bearable. Pain is not fun. Pain is temporary.
I can't wait to see Bill's response.
I think all four answers could be touched.
Maury, I know which one you should pick.
Which
I
one?
think it's
Pain
temporary.
is debilitating.
Wow.
Temporary.
All right, I'm going to pick that one, because you know what?
Pain
Pain is
a paper
debilitating.
cut. You're
Fried
gonna
camel
handle it.
steak and goat cheese.
Which one are you going with, Bill?
Temporary.
Okay. What do you want for breakfast? Steak, eggs, bacon, sausage, ham, and a glass of milk?
Hate milk.
10 pounds of sausages and beer?
Not in the morning.
Fried camel steak and goat cheese?
Ooh, not in the morning.
Pancakes with lots of syrup?
Boo.
Ding, 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 ding. I have a syrup obsession. I love it. It's got to be that.
Yeah, you like a lot of. See, I'm not big on sugar.
She doesn't use
You're a
syrup on
sugar
her
guy?
pancakes. Yeah, I'm like a
Yeah, I
sugaraholic.
do my pancakes with like just butter, maybe a.
She puts honey on it.
Not my pancakes.
No, I thought you did.
No, you're weird.
How do you feel about honey?
I love
Hate
honey.
it. Absolutely hate it.
Wait, what?
What? Honey's good for you.
Is that because I made you take all that local honey?
Yeah, she
Should
bought
I
this
ruin
local
honey
honey and
for
said,
you?
hey, this will fix your allergies.
It does fit your allergies. You take local honey, it clears
But
your
I
allergies.
can't eat it. It's disgusting.
You don't eat it, you just put it in your mouth.
That's why I was like, just take a spoonful of this every day, and your
Just a
allergies will be
spoonful,
better.
yeah.
Because he is sick all the time. Which he says when he was still in Pennsylvania that he never was sick.
It's because they don't have allergies. It's too cold. They freeze them out.
I mean, Florida
For the
was
love
good
of
with it.
Pete. Eat the honey.
Okay, I'll eat the honey.
So apparently I ruined my husband for honey. Awesome. But your allergies are better.
They are.
Put the honey in the fryer.
That's it. With the wings.
Make rock candy.
Ooh, I'm intrigued. Alright, what do you think of your physique?
I don't.
My body is lacking. My body is a temple. My body is sturdy.
Who the hell
My
answered
body
this
is
thing?
Yeah, this is a really weird one.
This is a little.
This
My
is
body
intrusive.
Sturdy, I feel like it's just another way of saying I'm fat.
I'm sturdy.
My body's lacking.
Aw. I think your body's banging.
Thank you, honey.
Banging your body. She's a little. What is going on here?
Things are weird.
Jimmy Rook.
All right. Have you ever been late to work?
Nope.
Every day? Yes. I just decided not to go in.
How is these wrestling related?
It's
Well,
gonna fit your persona.
okay.
Just go with the flow.
No, I'm actually like an hour
And the
early.
other one is yes, but I'm so cool. No one said anything.
I wish.
I'm always late.
Yeah, you're late every
I'm the
day.
type of person. If I am,
She's got to be working 8:30. Hey
I
babe, you got to
leave
get up
at
at 7:30.
I can't do it. I can't stand late.
Me
I'm
either.
an AIS guy.
no, I just like my sleep. So if
I
it's
don't-
first thing in the morning,
I don't care.
any other time of the day, like to a meeting, getting here, getting to my doctor's
No.
appointments, it's just that
No.
first thing in the
I
morning.
can get in at 3 o'clock in the morning from a road trip, and we got to be up at 6.
Yep.
I'm up at 5:15.
Me too.
And ready at 6.
Does your body get you up? Like, do you have that? Because that happens to
I
me.
do not understand anything other than practice is at 6:30. Doesn't say you show up at 6:30. It says practice at 6:30. What time do you go to practice? At least 6 o'clock. So you're ready for 6:30.
Yeah.
If workout is at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm ready to work out at 3:30.
Yeah, you should be dressed and ready.
I don't understand, and my family hates it. Casey, 9 o'clock work, 8:45 she leaves the door. She's lucky that she lives a mile down the road.
Right.
Every day, why don't you get up and eat something?
If you,
Why don't you get up, act like a normal human being, have a cup of coffee, come and talk to me for a minute?
well, see, I make my
Let me
coffee as I'm running out the door
Jesus
already late.
Christmas salute.
Bill, today I almost had a cornea. I get her up at 7:30.
A
'Cause I'm like,
cornea.
is that what they call it? The heart thing?
A coronary.
That.
Cornea is your eye.
Cornea, what
Oh,
happened to your
yeah.
eye? Bill, I almost had a cornea.
I'm not the best. Funnily enough,
Coronary embolism.
Okay.
We also
All right,
just say
doc.
heart attack.
I almost had a heart attack. I get her up at like 7:30, right? I say, hey, you got to be working an hour. Oh, I set my alarm for 8. You got to be working 8:30. What are you doing? I go out and I make eggs, and she gets up at 8. She goes, something smells good. I'm like, yeah, I've been cooking for a while. You want something? No, I'm just going to get coffee on my way out. I'm like,
Yeah.
in 20 minutes when you got to leave?
That extra 30 minutes of sleep was golden.
I don't
But
get
it's
it,
like
Bill.
middle of the day, once I'm up and moving, I'm never late.
No, I
It's
get
just
it.
that first
Okay.
task during
It's
the
the
day.
first one's the biggest one.
All right,
That's
our
it.
next question. Let's see.
I hope the people at home are liking us. This is fun over here.
We're having great conversations. Social media person knows all. Which wrestling move could you do to someone at work and get away with it?
Close on.
Pile driver, clothesline, camel clutch, jumping off the top filing cabinet.
Close
Now
on.
wait a minute.
Knock a bitch out, don't even see it happen.
What could you
Clothesline
you
from
at
hell?
work get away with? Don't you work with your family?
Clothesline. I'm
Clothesline.
kidding.
Come around the kitchen. I'm not gonna be.
I'm gonna pick the plow driver just because if it's somebody I don't like, hopefully it's neck breaking.
By the time you pick them up upside down, people are looking, feet are kicking near your car.
That's true. You're right. Clothesline isn't out of nowhere.
That's it.
That's fair.
Camel clutch.
So
That's the worst of them though. If you're trying not to get caught.
All right, next question. What usually happens when you enter a room? People laugh, people stare, people leave the room, people give you a high five.
People stare.
Yeah. Like the day I first met you at church and I was staring at you doing security down at the bottom.
That was funny.
People come up and give me a high five, even today, and I told somebody, thanks for the coronavirus. Can we just knuckle it up next time?
Mm.
Then I went.
Yeah, but that
put-
wasn't in the 80s, the coronavirus.
That's true. That's true. I gotta get in tune with my 80s here.
All right. So who was the best wrestling villain?
Roddy Piper.
Amos is tough.
Yep, Roddy Piper, Nikolai Volkov, Ric Flair, the $1 Million Man.
To me, this is tough, but I'm also gonna go with Roddy Piper. But you can make a case
You know,
for all.
You can
of
make a
these.
case for all of them.
I
Yeah.
think he's just showing how much he does value you and worship you by just picking the same thing so that people will say,
This is one thing. As soon as she reads it, you got to pick your answer.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick my answer because old Lizard Lips over here. I didn't pick Lizard Lips, okay?
okay.
Yeah, because you said on the farm with white people, they make fun of you. You non-racist son of a gun.
You really do dig your own hole, buddy.
All the time.
Okay, so who was the best wrestling hero? Hillbilly Jim, Ricky the
Dusty
Driving
Rhodes.
Steamboat, Dusty Rhodes, and Hulk Hogan. Did you get in trouble for talking out in class when you were a kid?
I never went to class. I got in trouble in Spanish. I got in trouble for locking a kid in the closet.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he wouldn't shut up.
Everything makes so much sense.
He wouldn't shut up. I got kicked out of the class.
No.
Shut up. I literally grabbed him by his neck and put him in the closet and locked him in there.
Wow. How did they find him? Was he
He
banging?
was banging on the door during class.
That's amazing.
The teacher wanted to know, what is that? This kid who's just behind me.
Who told on you? Was it him or did everybody
Everybody.
cooperate? Oh, wow.
And I sat there. Why is he in the class? Because he wouldn't shut up. He's doing what he's doing right now.
That's
So
amazing.
Get in the
What a
closet.
wonderful world you lived in.
Well, I'm very one-dimensional.
Who was the best wrestling hero? Hillbilly Jim? Oh, we just did that one.
Yes, we
Yeah.
do.
Hold on.
I picked Dusty Rhodes because he's the son of a plumber. I'm the son of a plumber, so I really resonated with that. To me, he was a hero, a real-life hero beyond, like Hulk Hogan, who was a superhero.
You are reading too much into these
I
questions.
know. Okay, I'm just going to pick... Oh, wait, my...
You already picked one, didn't you?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
I just have to scroll back down.
So what is the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? Drink a gallon of coffee,
Boom.
milk the cows, make breakfast, take a cold shower. I would argue that the number one missing here is go pee. How is that not the first thing you do when you wake up?
Well, if you take a shower, you pee in the shower.
That's
You're
weird.
crossing drains.
You're not crossing drains.
That was a Seinfeld thing, remember?
Yes.
George got kicked
It's all-
out of that
it's all
whole club.
one-
It's all one
pipe.
drain. Yeah, it's all one pipe.
Drink a gallon of coffee.
For me, I make breakfast.
Yeah, it's true. You know,
Make
well,
my
after you pee,
I make my eggs.
I always beeline to go pee because the cats jump on my stomach and dance on my bladder.
Don't again take a shower, you pee in the shower. That's crazy.
Yeah, one of my
And then
cats
he
just
gets up
knocked down
and
something
wants
really
to see it.
important.
I don't even know what just happened.
My cats are destroying my
Look
house.
at that one. That one's like a tattletale.
Yeah, I know. She's diming him out.
Okay, back on task.
Okay.
What is the best weapon to use in a match?
These are ridiculous answers.
A chair, the ref, a table, something a fan tosses me.
Chair. Just answer the
Okay.
question.
Overthinking it again.
You hear
Alright.
him breathing like he's going to explain
I know. Okay, I'll just go with some of the fan tosses because
Fans
it's gonna.
didn't do that in the 80s.
You're right. Okay, I switched it to the chair because you had the blue chair.
Alright. Which body part do you like to knock out first on an opponent?
I'm excited to see
Face.
Bill's
Face,
for this.
back, neck,
Face.
leg.
Face, right in the face.
Knock me out.
Yeah, you got to go with the face. I mean, why would you go after? Why would you turn somebody around to hit them in the back?
Excuse me, don't look while I do this to you.
Knock out the legs, then they can't do
Excuse
anything.
me while I kick you in the knee.
Alright. This is another weird one, but here we go. What is your sexiest body part?
Shoulders.
Shoulders, the booty, the guns, baby, or the abs?
I love my shoulders. I'm sticking with the shoulders.
I can agree with that.
I got good. I got
Also
good
like the
shoulders.
booty.
Okay. Different show.
Alright. You forgot someone's name. How do you address them?
I know.
Buddy?
I don't.
I don't. Yes, Bill doesn't like people.
I don't.
And Maury, I'm saying you would say buddy.
Yeah, that's what I picked.
Yeah,
I mean,
because guys like you will get beat up. Because, hey, buddy, you got a minute? Hey, Chief, what'd you call me? Chief, you got a minute? You don't call people that stuff.
What the F says pilgrim?
That's
Yeah,
insult, John Wayne.
that
It's
you did.
insulting when you do that to people. Hey, buddy, you got a minute? What? I met you, buddy.
No, everyone is buddy, dude, or
No, no, no,
man.
no.
Yeah, I say man and
Hey,
dude
bro.
way too
No,
much.
no, bro. Excuse me. That's
No,
it.
he doesn't say bro often.
I don't talk to
thankfully.
people at all, so it doesn't.
Yeah, you don't have to worry
I
about
have
it.
to do it.
You offend everybody by just not
I
talking.
have no salutations.
Oh, this next one's fun, Bill. What is the worst thing you've been busted for by the police?
Grenade's not on there.
Peeling up dead animals from the road for my stew?
No, that's not illegal.
Getting into a brawl?
Yeah,
Having something illegal in my car?
probably. No,
Petty theft.
no. Bro.
And then you're Mr. Anderson over there.
I know. I mean, I never would peel up a dead animal from the road
That's
for my
just weird.
stew.
No.
I'll just go getting into a brawl because I've gotten into a couple of those.
should be getting toward the end. This is longer than I thought it was going to be.
This is a
Yeah,
really, this is like the SAT.
Well, I
We
remember
should
I
have studied,
pre-screened it. I
Bill.
was like, okay, this is decent length. We can do
I
this.
feel like I've been bamboozled here.
Well, that makes two of us. What is your favorite kind of weather? Wet and stormy, calm with a light breeze, dry and hot, or turbulent?
I don't know what turbulent means.
Why would you like
I
turbulent?
mean, I know what it
I
means in a
love,
plane, but
hurricanes and stuff like that.
So wet and stormy.
No, turbulent.
I'll take turbulent too because I wish there was snow. If it was snow and cold, I would take that. Not snow on the roads, like snow in your yard and then
Light
cold.
breeze,
It's not turbulent.
That's as close as I think you could get. Maybe
No,
wet
you
and
get
stormy.
wet and the other thing.
All right, I'm going with wet and stormy. I'm switching. Because if it's cold storm, then it'll be snow.
Well, you must have really been a son of a bitch in the SATs. You must have been an eraser happy.
Anytime somebody asks me questions like these, I have to reason them all out.
You are like Joey multiple choice.
That's my new nickname. Hashtag Joey multiple choice.
Oh boy. What would your best friend say was your best attribute? They'd say you're a hard worker, you have a big heart, you're cunning, or you're charismatic.
I think I'm probably none of these. So we'll go cunning because I fooled you.
I
They'd
picked.
say you were a hard worker.
Yeah, Bill, I can make a case for all these for you. Get out of here. I picked the big heart. People tell me
In the
otherwise.
80s. I
Yeah,
was cunning in the 80s.
where
No, it's fair.
that's because you were bouncing at strip clubs on Sopranos.
Right. If not wrestling, which profession would best suit you? Farming, winemaker, travel agent, used car salesman.
Oh, yeah, travel agent.
I picked used car salesman. Do we hit?
You can talk someone's ear off for sure.
Yeah, I'll talk you into.
I want to be a winemaker. That would be good.
Do we hit view quiz
Heck
results?
yes. By the way, I've been selecting different answers just to see what different.
Okay,
people
I got my answer.
All right, go for it.
I got Hillbilly Jim.
Nice.
That's actually.
You got the Sheik.
I got Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
So
I
that
don't know what did we just do. We did what I knew from the beginning.
yeah, you basically called it the
Yeah,
beginning.
We took the scenic route.
I didn't know it was going to be Hillbilly Jim, but I did say I grew up on a farm, so maybe those things are more accurate than I thought.
Maybe it's like Alexa listening to
He
our
is
conversation.
so funny. Hillbilly Jim
Oh.
Is
I thought
he?
you were saying Maury was.
Yeah.
I'm like,
is
no, he's not.
so
Wow.
funny.
Did you ever get to wrestle with him?
Never wrestled him. But got to know him over the years and actually got to hang out with him and sit under the learning tree with him. But I never worked with him. Cousin Luke I worked with and the guys who came after Hillbilly Jim, but never Hillbilly Jim.
I've heard he's a pretty cool guy.
A great guy, just so much fun. And then he just has a wealth of knowledge.
James Morris is his name.
So then I guess to finish this segment out, speaking of 80s wrestlers, I hear you're making an appearance.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about that.
Well, it's funny because I listen to Busted Open Radio on Sirius XM,
Mm-hmm.
and my buddies, Bubba, although what is he, Bully Ray? You can't call him Bubba anymore, right?
Yeah, don't
So
call him
Bully
Bubba.
Ray and Dave LaGreca is there, and Tommy Dreamer and Mark Henry do the show and stuff. So I'm a big fan of listening to what they do. I like the way they break things down. So the one day they're talking about something, so if Bill DeMott had the guts, he'd call in. So I called in, and I'm sitting there, and I said, he said, what are you doing? I said, I don't know, I got this thing in April. I'll be up in New Jersey. And he goes, what thing? I said, I got an appearance. He goes, well, way to plug the event. And they're both laughing at me, mocking me.
When was this? When were you on?
Just 3 weeks ago or something.
Oh, wow, so this is recent.
And he goes, how the hell do you not know I posted until April? He goes, well, how do you plug the event? I said, I don't. And
Always helpful.
so I figured out what it was, and so I'm trying to plug it now. Yeah, Freehold, 80s
WrestleCon.
WrestleCon. And I'll be up there, and I like those things. You just get to go and...
Heck yeah. It looks
People bring up. I'm always blown away by what people bring you to sign, and people have pictures from where did you get that? Where was that? And they tell you where it was and how they got it. And, do you remember signing this? And that's me. And it's when they were a kid.
That's gotta
And
be
now
weird.
they're older.
And
it's
then
like,
do you tell them that yes? Like, do you?
nah, I tell them, hell no. I'm honest with everybody. I'm like, a guy came to me and he put my book down in front of me. He said, could you sign this? He said, you signed it once before, but you signed my picture different. I said, I signed it once before, so he showed me where it was signed. Someone was buying my books and signing them with my autograph and then selling autographed books.
Wow.
And I said to him, I said, no offense. I said, dude, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I didn't sign this book. What'd you pay for it? He goes, I paid $95 on it. I said, no, you did not. I said, can I sign it on another page? He goes, would you sign it? I'm like, yeah. So I wrote this thing and signed it and everything. I said, I'm so sorry you got taken, dude.
Was it even close to your signature?
Not even freaking close.
Wow, that's
like, what a
heartbreaking
douche move. And so,
Yeah.
you know, that's why people come and they hand you like the guys that make me mad are the same guys that make me mad about sports. They come and hand you 14 of the same picture.
Mm-hmm.
Brother, I'll sign whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never charge anybody, never do anything. I'll sign whatever you want. But you know, the 14, you're going to go sell them.
Yeah. For a really high
Let's be
price,
honest.
too.
Let's be honest. You're going to go jack some kid for an extra $10 or whatever it is, and it costs you $1.95 to print. You know, whatever the case is. So I tell everybody when they have after so many, I sign 2 of the same.
Which is fair because they might have like a brother or a
And
friend.
but then a lot of times I'll write the name on it.
Oh, that's smart. Like,
Hey man, what's your name? My name's Mike, but you don't have to write it to Mike.
that's awesome.
That's smart.
Yeah,
I never
because-
even thought of that.
Because you get to, you know, these guys make a living off of, and I guess
What are you selling?
I don't know if they, I guess that's the argument. Do they have the right to do that or not? But it's like guys who go to baseball games, older guys jumping in front of these kids who want an autographed baseball by their hero, and these guys are getting 3 and 4 balls signed so they can go sell them.
Yeah.
So you sit there and go, wow, that sucks. So when I go to these things, I really like to see the people. I like to see the stuff. Some people have given me some amazing pictures to take home.
Really?
Do you like that? I'm like, that's amazing. I've never seen that.
Do you ever
Yeah,
get
take
like
it.
fan art?
Yeah, I have it
That's
in
cool.
frames. One of the guys that followed, sounds funny, says followed me as a kid, drew me this poster. I caught we were working TV in Alabama way, working the show, and I saw the poster again out on the camera. So I told one security guy, I said, "Look at that picture. I want that poster." It was before I went out. I wanted to make sure the kid. So the guy went up and he said, "Hey, Hugh wants that poster." He said, "No way. I'll give it to him at the end of the show." The guy came back and said, "No problem." I met with him, talked to him. He was 18 years old. Fast forward, everything's going on. It's Wade Woods from Alabama, who now books all my Alabama
There you go.
gigs speaking
Wow.
because
Cool.
of one thing that happened in a wrestling ring, and I have it, and it's in this, and it's both sides of comedy and tragedy.
That is
So
so,
it's me
cool.
smiling and me grimacing. I get goosebumps. So I
That's so
keep a
cool.
lot of fan art and stuff like that. So some of it's really cool. So that's why when I go, people go, "Hey, will you go?" Absolutely.
That's awesome.
You know, guys are like, "I'm gonna hold them up for a lot of money." Make it feasible, man. And the whole thing. I've made my money in wrestling.
Yeah.
I made my living. So if it's feasible and doable and it's not interrupting anything, I'm gone.
And now it's good to give back.
And Lacey goes, "You know you're gone." It's like she doesn't even hesitate. I can say, "Well, it's going to cost me money to go do this." She'll go because like you owe them people, man.
It's fun when you pay it back.
20
Is she
years
excited?
They did that, so
Is she excited you're going to New Jersey?
yeah, she just can't wait. She's like, just go and see because wrestling revives me. You know,
Yeah.
I'm so
It makes me-
excited that you're
it makes
taking
me-
him.
it makes me cuss a little bit, but it revives me because wrestlers all they do, they're like.
Ladies and gentlemen, proof that Bill does not hate wrestling.
I love wrestling, yeah. I absolutely, I can't wait to see those guys and you sit there and they laugh and they tell stories and for my kids to hear the stories now and Billy thinks the story, you know, Undertaker told Billy one time, he goes, "No one has ever hit me as hard as your father, and I would appreciate if you keep him away from me the rest of the day.
That's amazing.
And so my son comes back and goes, you know, he told me. So now he tells all stories about my dad hit the other day. So hard.
Heck yeah.
And so that's his thing. So you sit there and you know.
And then you become the hero all over
Well,
again.
it's just the thing. Like he got to meet the Undertaker,
Mm-hmm.
took pictures with him. Mark was nothing but gracious, sat there because he looked at me, and goes, like that's him. And I went from across the room, like,
Yeah.
that's it. So
And it's going to be at I Play America
Maury
in
when he first saw you in
Freehold.
church.
Yeah.
That's him?
I Play America in Freehold, New Jersey.
Come check it out. It's
Yeah.
going to be
And
awesome.
I told my buddies, because, you know, that's where I'm from. So I said, they like, well, you coming home? I'm like, well, I'll be in Freehold. Like, that's not even close to home. It's like 2 hours away. So they said they may come down and, you know, say hello, but I'm always like, don't do it.
Like some wrestlers?
No, my peeps.
Oh, okay.
My guys I grew up with.
That's
Yeah, It
awesome.
looks like it's going to be a podcast journey. 3 boys road tripping.
Oh my God, we could do the podcast in the car.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be
That
some
would be-
bonus content.
Yeah, there's
for
got to be
sure.
bonus. I have 2 requests. Can I make 2 requests? You're not even going to want to take me.
This will be over right
This-
now. I'm telling you right
I
now.
mean, I'm just gonna tell you right now. Once you spend a solid 24 hours
I'm gonna.
with this kid,
But can we be honest? I kicked out bigger and better people in the middle
I don't
of the
know
road.
about better, but
Bigger and better people in the middle of the road because they yanked my chain while I'm driving.
I don't
you
do
will
that.
be left on the side of the road.
I almost feel like I'm sending you off to like.
What are the
boarding
2?
school
I
or
can't
something.
believe you have 2 requests.
I know. I'm getting to go on a road trip with
I expect him
Bill
to be
DeMott.
refined. You're gonna beat him.
You may have to find him. What are the requests? I can't wait
Okay.
to hear
The
this.
first one is so fanboyish. I shouldn't even be saying it on the podcast for people who are listening, but I'm going to do it. So, I know a lot of wrestlers go to Waffle Houses.
Oh,
I've never
God.
been to one, and I thought, oh, it'd be so cool to go to a Waffle House with Bill DeMott on the way.
I'm going to forget that we even had this podcast. What was the
Okay.
second one?
Okay, so as you know, we live.
So that's a by the way, that's a no.
Okay, all right. Well, you shut me down now.
Waffle House.
The second one you might like. So, you know, there's nothing but chains here in Florida where we live, at least in our area. I want like a real New Jersey piece of pizza.
Oh, that'll happen.
Okay, that's good. Okay, I'll take it.
That'll happen. I'll show you what real bread tastes like. And everything.
Yeah, with
That'll
like
happen.
good water.
Yeah, so 1 out of 2.
Okay, I got 1 out of 2. It's
Shoot
good.
half the shots, right?
Yeah, that's it. Well, I shot 100 of them. Only 50 of them stuck.
Jeez.
Shots are bad.
I want to go to Waffle House.
Isn't that a weird
There's
request?
a
I've never been to
on the
one.
street. I don't understand.
But I'm like also afraid to go there and get sick.
Well, that's why people don't go to
Especially
Waffle
after your
Houses.
story, Bill, where you got like,
Food poisoning.
yeah.
You at least gotta go to like.
But it was in like the middle of Texas where there was nothing but a Waffle House and some chick with 4 teeth.
So let's plug this a little bit more. It's going to be April 18th. It's that whole weekend, actually.
Yeah.
But this says date and time, April 18th. Doors open at 10 a.m. Starts at 10 a.m. It ends at 3 p.m. And tickets are only $20 to get in.
The thing about this WrestleCon, and I think it's WrestleCon 3 for him.
It is
So
free, yeah.
the cat running it, Tommy Fierro,
Mm-hmm.
is a Jersey kid. And he's a Jersey kid because I've known him since he's 12 years old. Love wrestling. His best friend, still to this day, one of his best friends, is Crowbar.
Oh, wow.
So Chris Ford, happy birthday to Chris Ford. Although it's Wednesday now, it'll be Friday then. So he stayed in wrestling this whole time. This kid has the utmost respect for wrestling. He's put on shows, become a great promoter up that way. He has a regular job, family, beautiful family. But he stayed with his roots in wrestling all these years.
Wow.
So when one of these guys says, hey, Billy, any chance? Yeah. So I get to go see those guys too because, you know, when they used to be over your shoulder, what about this? And what about this when they do all the wrestling in the world and get away? I've known them since they're kids.
Mm-hmm.
So the
That's
fact that he's
awesome.
running this thing and he's so successful with it and he really cares about the fans and how he puts on the show. I know he's got some great Q&As that go on there. I
Yeah.
think actually he might have me set up with Sports Illustrated
Wow.
to do an interview about the foundation and stuff while we're up
I was
there.
going to ask you if Keri
Yeah.
and DeMott Foundation
And
is going to
he's,
be part of it.
I mean, he's another guy who's all in, but he's you know, the Jersey boys are tight, so getting to see a lot of those guys and you know, but they all do good. That's my thing. Like that's what I like to go back and see. Like they all do good. Like I just don't say anything. I just sit back and like proud papa thing. Look at all these hooples. You know, look at everybody who's successful and doing their thing. So yeah, Tommy Fierro. They have a Facebook page you can go to, 80s WrestleCon.
Yeah.
And what's the website?
80s, like not spelled out. It's 80s wrestling. It's actually 80swrestlingcon.com.
Yeah.
Not WrestleCon. It's WrestlingCon. We'll include the link. But I mean, there's going to be Honky Tonk Man, Zeus, Lex Luger, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. The one I'm really looking forward to the most is actually going to be Rock and Roll Express.
Andre's sister or daughter.
Yeah, I think his daughter's going to be there.
Daughter is going to be there.
I don't think it'd be his sister. It'd be his daughter.
His daughter was going to be there.
Daughter's going to be there.
All kinds. You'd be surprised.
This is a huge list.
Santana, all the guys that
Ivan Putski.
I worked with all those sites. For me, when I get to go back, I go back and go. Remember when I was a kid? You thought I wasn't going to make it in the business, but none of them ever treated me that way.
That's
Tito Santana, favorite story when I started out. Wrestling Tito Santana for the Savaldis in New Jersey. Tito Santana comes up to me and he's looking down at me like, here's this big, swelled up Southern guy. He goes, he's kind of talking to me like he's Tito Santana and I'm just some jabroni. So I just sit there and let him talk to me. And, well, what do you know how to do? I said, whatever you'd like to do, sir. You lead. Well, can you do this? So now I'm offended now. So now I'm sitting there going, well, I could try it. You know what a hip toss is? I've seen that on TV. So now the guys who know me are sitting in the locker room going, their mouths are wide open. Some are laughing, some are covering their mouths and going, I can't believe we're watching this right now. So Santana keeps going. Now he's talking to me like I'm a piece of shit. Well, what do you do? I said, well, I can take a bump.
Wow.
And he puts his hands up in the air and he walks away. Like I'm a big...
Yeah, I couldn't imagine any other scenario.
350-pound piece of crap. And he walks away and all the guys are going, what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to go have fun. I'm going to wrestle. And so it was a curtain call. Here we go out and ring the bell and we lock up and we're doing all this stuff and boom, and headlock, take over and all this stuff and go do this match and all this stuff. I take his finish, boom, he comes back and he goes, I said, I told you I saw it on TV. He goes, why didn't you tell me? He goes, why didn't you tell me you could work? I said, you never asked me. You talked to me like I was a jackass.
Wow.
And I walked away. I don't know wrestling etiquette. I know man etiquette.
Yeah.
So that was the funniest thing. Tito Santana, he was so worried. The boys are dying. And I'm bumping for him, doing all these things. He goes, well, why didn't you say you could work? You never asked me.
That's amazing.
So I shook your hand like I was supposed to and said, I will follow you, sir. And then you tried to turn it around.
Wow.
But I got to wrestle Orndorff, Slaughter, all those
amazing.
guys, coming up. And you had two options. Like, I let Orndorff threw me around like a rag doll. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to stand up and punch this guy right in the face.
Wow.
But he was Paul Orndorff, and I was Big Sweet William, who was a nobody.
Right.
So when I got to work with Paul Orndorff years later, I sat with Paul and told him the story. He goes, get out of here. And I said, I told him the date and the play. He goes, no. And I'm like, yeah. And we're best of buddies.
That's awesome.
But that stuff is cool. So when I get to go back and see those guys, you get to have that laugh.
That's cool.
You know?
Is there anybody you're particularly looking forward to besides all of them, I'm sure, but is there somebody you're like, man, this is going to be a fun reunion of sorts?
I'm trying to think. I think they said Jose Luis Rivera was going to be there.
Okay.
Who was one of the top enhancement guys who put other guys over, but he was a measuring stick. I was hoping that Johnny Rods was going to be there.
That would have been amazing. That's your guy.
I still have to go when I go home. I'm going to try to get to Brooklyn this year and go see his school and go hang out for the day. But there's nobody in particular because I get to see a lot of them. But you see the Rock and Roll Express and you pick up right where you left off, like we were talking about Lash earlier and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it'll be cool. It's fun. A couple times a year you get to do that, and that kind of gives me my fix to keep that part of my life,
Of people.
Yeah, because unfortunately, like Me, Jimmy, like we can't fill that for you.
But I don't go out for that either. You know, there's
Yeah.
a lot of guys who still like to make themselves known and hey, I'm still alive and all that stuff. And I figure everybody knows I'm alive, and I just don't. I was never a hang around the show and let me go so people can come over and talk to me and that kind of stuff.
Virgil,
You said you
I'm
just take
sorry.
your car and go.
Yeah, I'm just never. I'm not that kind of guy.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like to show up to shows. And I went to one show a couple years back when NXT was at UCF and they had the big arena, and they gave me the tickets and everything. And I said, well, so I took Billy and two of his buddies, and we were off to the side of the stage. No one could see us. We weren't there 3 minutes, and it was all over social media. Bill DeMott's at NXT show. He's front row, and he's got the kids with him. And I looked at Leo, can we go? It's about wrestling. It's not about that. So it's
That's cool that you
uncomfortable.
respect the business
Well,
that
it's
much
not
more.
respect. Like I don't want to. I sit there and want to enjoy and watch these athletes.
Yeah.
And now people are taking pictures of my wife and kids sitting there, and who knows what's going to be said on the internet about me being in the show, and so I just
What they
stay
might
away.
say about your family.
Yeah, so I just stay away from it. But yeah, I like it. We get to go do that, and people go. And it's funny, you'll hear it. I guarantee you'll hear it one time. I know you're still alive. That's the best thing when people go. I didn't know you. I heard you were gonna be here. I didn't think you were still alive. Yeah, believe it or not. Believe it or not, I'm still here.
That's amazing.
That's the guy. Go $30.
Yeah. Price went up a little bit.
That's
for you,
just for you.
Just for you. Special deal. Well, everybody, we are just about out of time.
So we were Jimmy free here.
We're Jimmy Free tonight.
I'm gonna whisper this so nobody else is listening.
He doesn't listen to the show anyway.
This guy, Jimmy Free. I'm gonna come with a new Jimmy Free entrance. I'm gonna bring my banjo next week, and I'm gonna have a new entrance.
We're a
I love it.
banjo-free household.
But we're also Jimmy Free
okay,
household.
I won't bring my banjo. I'll bring my electric guitar.
Ooh, okay.
I'll allow it.
Why are we a banjo free household?
I don't know. She likes country music. I don't
It's
know.
just being annoying, to be honest.
I have I'm bringing my banjo.
Do you play banjo?
Hell no.
You're
That
so
might be
convincing
why
with
we
that.
don't want
Hell no.
That could be.
I said to my mom one time, it was Christmas a couple years ago, I said, and this never worked as a kid, so I don't know why it works when I'm 50-something years old. We're sitting around my house with Sunday pasta. I said, you know what? I want a banjo. That Christmas, my mother got me a banjo.
Wow.
I went, wait, what the hell? The case, the whole, the ding, I played all the time.
That's awesome.
So then I sat there and I went, no, I really want to learn to play the electric guitar. Well, so I'm going to get an electric guitar. And then bongos, and then a harmonica, and then what do they call it, tambourine, and then I got a cowbell, and I got the triangle.
You're like the Beach Boys all in one.
So I'm building my musicianship. And so around the house, when I'm working or I'm stuck, or I'm working on a speech or a presentation, I pick up one of these and I start playing it.
Anybody else in your family playing it?
And no, and it drives them up a freaking
I bet.
wall. And I think it's the greatest thing ever. So in church, I'm convincing them that 1 week and 1 week only, while worship starts and they're doing the music, in it, I'm just gonna come on stage with the banjo and join them, right? And then slowly work my way out.
Oh,
Next song, come out with the electric guitar, jamming with them,
oh no.
work my way out, come out the next. Oh, and I have a ukulele, and then so the ukulele and the harmonica.
And how's the response to this idea?
Man, it's standing room only.
Mm-hmm.
The choir is all for it.
Mm.
I bet.
They want it because I got them convinced I can play.
That
I
would
got
be.
an acoustic guitar, and Casey goes around telling people, "Do not talk to my father about music. Don't talk to my father about music."
Casey, if you're listening, you need to talk louder.
Next week,
Do not let
that's the promise.
your father do
Everybody who's listening on whatever you're listening to,
Come to C3.
come next week. I will have my banjo.
this. Just like you're gonna bring your passport.
Oh. Well, if someone send me a message during the week, and you can send each other freaking messages.
Hey, I was just as much out of the loop as you. I didn't even know Jimmy wasn't going to be here till way late.
Let's tell him next week that we're recording on Friday.
We'll tell them Wednesday.
We're going live on Friday. Tell them don't worry about it.
We're gonna go live Friday. We'll tell them Wednesday we're busy with making a band.
Yeah. P. Diddy called.
I'm out.
That's it. Hey, did you have a joke for tonight?
Yeah.
Are we gonna hear it, or did we already hear it?
Your mother is so slow.
Okay.
It took her 8 years to have a birthmark.
I don't get it. Oh, I get it.
Birth.
My mom's not slow, but I'm a little on the slow side apparently.
Okay, I take it back. Maury, you're so slow. It took you 8 years to get a birthmark. Birthmark.
Ah.
Which you have at birth. But it took you
8 years. I see.
I'm not coming here next week.
I was asked a question on social media in regards to coronavirus, and I embarrassingly didn't get it in time.
Uh-oh.
Someone asked, does it come with Lyme disease?
I got that one.
You wrote it.
Yeah, it was probably the... Wouldn't that have been funny if I trolled you?
I legit started doing, like, the appropriate research, because any type of response has to have the facts and, like, a source, and as I'm doing it, I'm like, oh, they're not actually asking about Lyme disease. Because in my head, I'm like, oh my god, how stupid do you have to be?
Wait till the memes start coming out now.
Yeah.
It already is, but, yeah, that one took me a little too long to process.
That's how Joe Biden's going to win the vote.
Oh, yeah?
Bernie's going to have Cuernavaca.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
You have Cuernavaca at 92 years old, you're going down.
That's true.
Statistically not wrong.
At the end with politics.
Well, I endorse this conversation.
Yeah, we just introduced politics for the
No
first time.
politics, I take it all back. Banjo next week.
Yeah, banjo.
And thank you to James Lipton for all he's done.
Well, that's the show, everybody.
We don't have
Thank
to
you.
say this exit line.
Yeah.
Those ones are done.
No, can I do one?
Yes.
Hey, he does that, and then he goes whenever he's plugging his
How
show.
about this? Let's really ruin it. Here it is. Here's where we close it. And if you got nothing better to do, go down to iDrive. Wonderworks has these magicians. They feed you pizza, salad, and all you can drink. It's a good show. You'll have fun. And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. Does that come with Lyme disease?
All right, that was a really good show.
It's just weird.
Oh, gotta love it.